Well, if I can find a few action from some weddings, then I'm going to love it.
The backlash makes me horny.
We're up for the banter.
It's a comedian.
Hello, welcome back to That Just James Show, podcast for the geezers.
And their birds.
As ever, I'm joined by Romford's numero uno in the podcast games, Chrissy White, aka Whiteboy. What a guan, son.
Hello, Mr. James. How are you, sir?
I'm very good, mate. You all right?
I'm trying to act clever.
Yeah, you are. You just used the word cleverer.
Yeah, trying to explain that I was more intelligent. And I'm like, no, I'm cleverer. You like, is cleverer a word?
Yeah.
He mugged me off.
Yeah.
I just stopped my argument immediately. Like, yeah, he's done me there.
Killed you, didn't I?
Completely killed me, mate.
Yeah. What's been happening, mate? You look nice and brown.
Thank you, mate. I've been sitting out in the garden. The weather seems to have turned, but I play a bit of golf. You know that. So I've always got the legs out.
Yeah, mate. It sounds bad, but we're going away soon, aren't we? We're going to Ibiza.
Can't wait.
For the boat club wedding.
Can't wait.
And I'm going to have a little course of sunbeds.
I don't think you need a course. Just get a couple.
No,
mate.
I'll have a little course. I'll tell you when. I will, yeah. No, I'll have probably about 2 a week, 3 weeks leading up to it.
That starts now. It's in 3 weeks.
Yeah, no, I'm going to go into the one in Hainault.
Which one?
I'll go the one down Manford's Way.
In Hainault?
It's called Sun City.
Really?
Yeah.
You drive to Hainault?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I like them ones. Because they I reckon with Sun City, I don't know if they're doing things a little bit under the. They're moving a bit shifty.
Okay.
And basically, the ones in Sun City, they sort of give you like 3rd-degree burns.
They've got like the illegal bulbs. Yeah, that's my
what,
sort of gaff.
I don't just want like a lamp in front of me.
Yeah, my
You know
mate
what I mean?
started a sunbed shop with all the legitimate bulbs and all that, and no one was getting brown.
Nah. No,
So
you've
he's
got to
like,
go.
I'm going to have to switch to the other bulbs.
You've got to move shifty.
Yeah.
You've got to,
Yeah.
if you really want to get the best out of.
Yeah, you need to burn people.
You need to burn people.
But this is the thing. The people that are going on the sunbeds, they want to be burned.
They want to be burnt.
Give
Listen,
the people what they want.
A good sunbed course, don't just make you brown. It also takes a few years off your life.
Yeah.
That's what you're
Eye
going
bags, wrinkles,
Yep.
potential skin cancer.
Yeah.
That's what the punters want.
That's what you want. You want to be looking like a ball bag in your 40s.
Yeah.
You know?
No, you do.
Because listen, even if you do look wrinkly, if you're brown,
It doesn't matter.
it's great.
Everyone looks
And
better
people
with
go,
a suntan.
but it kills you. Yeah, but you got to die something, and I might as well die looking good. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. Or at least brown.
Or at least brown, yeah. Because when you die as well, you
I can't
go
agree
like,
more.
all the colour goes out of you.
Yeah.
I don't want to have an open casket and be like, whoa.
Yeah. Well, I know they put quite a bit of makeup on you. As a girl goes to the meetings and she was working at a funeral parlour, touching up the dead bodies. in there.
Really?
Yeah.
That's great. I tell you what, when the OSB dies,
Yeah.
that'd be fantastic. 'Cause if they do an open casket for him and they put makeup on him, I can go up to him and be like, you wearing makeup? Gay.
Mate, how about the OSB the other day? He's like, no, I'm not gay or nothing. And he's just explaining the story.
So he's saying, talking about the Shermanator and how he plays 5-a-side with him on a Thursday night over little, well, it's up 3-a-side, isn't it? Little sports hall in Collier
That's the
Road.
bulkiest hall, mate.
And he's like, oh, the Shermanator. He thinks he's a player, but he's not. He ain't up to it or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, he goes,
Tries hard.
but listen, I'm not gay, but he's got a big chopper on him, isn't he?
Love the fact that he premised with,
Yeah.
no, I'm not gay or nothing.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
not gay. Like, just in case we thought that, like, 3 kids later and about 100 girlfriends later,
yeah.
that we was worrying about
That we
him.
was worried about him being gay, yeah.
Really?
He had to, yeah.
Yeah.
No, not being gay
He had to
or
keep a
nothing.
lid on it, you
What'd
know.
he say? He's like, I'd like to borrow that for a night or so. Oh, the OSB.
Yeah, it was good seeing him the other day.
He's good stuff, mate.
Yeah, good stuff, mate. But yeah, he always looks brown, the OSB, doesn't he?
Yeah, he looks like a holdall.
He's an advert for not going on sunbeds.
What is that? Because he's ginger. Why? How's he got that level of?
Well, I think it's
Pigmentation.
fags. I think it's fags.
Yeah,
I think it's working on a building site, you know, being...
he's a plumber. He's not plumbing outdoors.
Well, I don't know. Do you get a
Nah,
lot?
something's up. Why is he so tanned?
He's always tan, mate.
Yeah, but why? He must be smashing them beds.
I reckon he has a sunbed.
He's
yeah.
he's down
Yeah, but
anal.
listen, he's not gay.
No, he's definitely.
No, he's not gay.
You know, I have a sunbed now. I'm not gay on him, but you know what I
I
mean?
tell you when I realised sunbeds weren't... I always used to be a bit... When I was younger, I used to be a bit conscious about going on sunbed because I was always worried about... You know, I was worried about them sort of allegations.
Oh, really?
You know, But then I remember when I went into the one in Brentwood, and I was about 17 at the time, and I was coming off the bed, and I could hear, yeah, hello, could I have 8 minutes on the sunbed, please? And I went,
All shifty.
Dad?
No.
I come out, I was like, what are you doing in here? He goes, well, you know, your mum said I should maybe have a few before the holiday, you know.
Oh, really?
My dad is not, you know.
Yeah.
He's a bloke.
And he's in there.
He's in there. Yeah. I just had like pictures
Nothing
of him.
wrong with sunbed. So you know the humble flash guy?
Yeah.
When we started having sunbeds, I suppose we were like maybe sixth form, and we'd like slip at lunch up to the high street. We'd go and get a bit of grub, maybe get a little sunbed, I don't know, like 5 minutes, 6 minutes, something like that.
Just something to perk
not
you up a
pushing our
bit.
luck. He used to put something over his face, yeah, so that his mum and dad didn't know that he'd been on the sunbed.
Oh, really?
How mad is that?
But you want the, mate,
Put his
for
t-shirt
me,
over his face.
if I'm having a sunbed, I'm most worried about the face looking brown,
Of course, turbo face booster.
you know.
Do you put the fans on?
Yeah, you got to have a fan on, yeah, of course.
I put the fans up, crank it up higher.
Yeah, of course, you know, you got to have the fan on.
Because sometimes they get on there and the fans are like turned down low. I'm like, who is this person that's just allowing that? They want that heat.
You ever had a tug on a sunbed?
Yeah, I have, yeah.
Oh, have you?
Multiple times. Not for a long time, but back in the day, mate, like you used to go in the shop, the bird behind the counter's fit.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, that's, gets your juices flowing, didn't it?
that's what I'm saying. And you know they're close. So it's like, you know what I mean? It's easy to picture. I'll be completely honest.
Listen, technically you're in the next room, so it's not like...
Yeah, no, but you know what I mean? You got a fresh mental image. You've just seen them.
Totally agree, mate. Been there. I can't say if I've done it myself, but I get where you're coming from.
Why are you lying? What are you lying for?
Listen, I can see where you're coming from.
Yeah, no, I've done that.
Yeah, like some
Got to be a stand-up though. You can't do it on a lay down because you hear like it like whacking on the side.
True.
It has to be a stand-up.
But then the fans, right, where they're making a noise, I would like to think that would probably drown out the sound of
It depends how
you know,
ferociously you're going
if
for
you
it,
got
mate.
the, you can't so much hear the.
It is loud, but you'd be surprised because you can hear a lot. If you're sitting outside waiting,
Yeah, especially when you
can hear what's
groan as
going
well.
on.
Especially when you're like,
No, I kept control of that.
You all right there, Josh?
Number 6 is
Yeah. Number 6, you all right in there?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, there are some lovely looking girls that work in sunbed shops.
Yeah, well, it's part of the job description. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean,
100%.
it's either a young, pretty looking girl, isn't it? Well, I first say, I made that sound really noncy there. Pretty looking girl. They're in their 20s.
So
you know,
nonsense.
Young. They're not, it's not, you know.
They
like,
need to be fit.
I don't mean pretty little girl. I mean like pretty young woman.
Yeah, okay.
You know.
PYTs.
Yeah, they're usually, you know,
What?
in the 20s. No, I was just thinking about one of our friends actually whose missus worked in a sunbed shop for years. And it was very funny because my mum used to say, oh, the sunbed shop girl, because she had such a distinctive voice, didn't she?
Yeah, what? My best mate's bird.
Yeah.
By the way, yeah, we're not talking about that girl when I'm talking about what I was just saying. She's in our family. Let me just clear that up, yeah?
Oh, let's clarify that.
Yeah. Definitely not.
Not her.
Yeah.
But she's an archetypal someone that works in a sunbed shop.
Yeah, mate. She's
come
only
in-
recently just stopped working at Sunbed
And
Shop.
she's like, all right, babe, how many minutes you having? You
Do you
know?
want cream with that? Or you know what
Cream.
she used to do for me as well? Legend. I'd be like, because you know people have like the bottle of their own cream
Right.
that they keep at the Sunbed Shop. They should be like, yeah, go on, just use some of that one. And give me some of someone else's cream.
Yeah, nice.
Yes. No names mentioned.
Nah, but yeah, she'd be like, all right, come in. How many minutes you want? And then she start
Send him for someone.
sending for someone. I'd be like, oh, that cow down there. And I'd be like, yeah.
Yeah, mate.
And then you have a bit of that. you
No,
know?
she's
But
good
we're not
stuff.
talking about her when you're going into the sunbed.
Yeah, no, definitely not talking about
No,
her.
she's, because she's a friend.
That's almost blasphemy.
Yeah, that is blasphemy. But there is, usually it's like a young lady in their 20s, good
Yeah,
looking.
be careful.
It's either that or then it's sometimes, the one that I go to in Hainault, Sun City, sometimes a bit of an older.
Okay. Maybe like the owner's missus, a little bit of part-time work.
but they've always got a bit of edge to them, always a bit like, "Wah,"
Yeah, of course.
you know,
Got to be, mate. Comes with it.
Of course it does.
I can't believe you go to Hainault.
Yeah, go to the
Pop in, mate. I live near Hainault.
But listen, we got to get on holiday real soon. We've got our beef in a few weeks.
Yeah.
Bit of backlash in Spain at the moment.
Kicking off in it.
The Spanish are fighting back.
Yeah, I don't see why. Have
Well,
we not
like
been propping up their economy for a long time?
Well, that's the argument, isn't it? But this is my question to you, right? Is just because we put money into the Spanish economy, does that give us license to trash the gaff?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it does.
You do? Okay.
Yeah. And look, mate, I ain't smashed nothing up for years. I feel like it's a few bad apples spoiling it for the rest of us. Yeah? It's not actually getting like properly smashed, is it?
I mean, you say that, but you walk down Magaluf, it's like World War III down there.
Yeah, but that's one street in the whole country. And it's
But there are
designed
still
for English tourists.
But there are still Spanish people that live there.
Yeah, but
I
they
mean,
wouldn't live there if it wasn't for the tourism.
Well, you don't know that, but
I do. It'll be a ghost town.
imagine this, right? Imagine Collier Row was a destination for Spanish holiday makers.
It's so funny, mate.
Imagine if it was, right? And you're like, all right, well, they're bringing money in, fair enough. But then you wake up at like 2 a.m. What's that? Banging outside and there's some 17-year-old fingering some bird there
Yeah,
in
doing
your front
donuts
garden.
on a quad. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just going up and down your street on a quad bike.
Yeah.
Or you got that one of them geezers outside your house like, come on lads, 20 euros, 10 free drinks.
Yeah.
You know, but saying it in the Spanish.
But well, this is the thing. Like, you imagine people coming in the butcher shop, like, hola. Vinny's going to be like, what, mate?
Yeah.
But they're expected to know our language. All I'm saying is, I feel like the whole place is based on tourism. And the majority of the people that are going there are English, Germans. I wonder if the Germans smash anything up.
It's the English. We run the Germans out of Magaluf a long time ago.
Maybe Magaluf, but like sometimes you go to places like
That was like the last. You know what I mean? That was the last nail in the coffin for the Germans. We were like, we beat you in the war, and then
we're having Magaluf.
And we're having Magaluf.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Did I do Magaluf?
Get your Germans. Get your Germans. Get ya.
But yeah, mate, the whole place, it wouldn't be there if it wasn't for English tourism.
Let's read an article from a highly reputable news source.
The Daily Mail?
The Daily Mail.
Oh, yeah, they never lie.
Well, I've got to be honest, we get most of the topics for this show on the Daily Mail.
Because they're the funniest ones.
So Mallorca, listen, very Daily Mail title. You can see what angle they're coming at it from here. Mallorca bites the hand that feeds it. Magaluf businesses are concerned about the lack of holiday makers and fear it is a bit too quiet as a result is left half empty following weeks of anti-tourism protests. Businesses in Magaluf have sounded the alarm over a lack of holiday makers in the party city in the lead up to the holiday season after weeks of anti-tourism protests. Photos show that Magaluf, one of Mallorca's busiest cities, is still half empty, days before tourists are meant to be flooding its streets, bringing them with much needed spending money that is vital for the local economy.
There you go.
So basically what the Daily Mail he's going with is, listen, let's trash your gaff because you need us.
Yeah, but it's not getting trashed, is
Mate,
it?
I would argue that maybe during the day, no, but of an evening, the behaviour out there ain't great, is it?
Yeah, but look,
You've got to let, one thing I'd say is though, is if you want the English there, you've got to let the English be English. And it's in our nature to be... Really?
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
I don't know if you can relate to this. So, people on holiday, like me on a holiday back in the day when I was getting boozy, I'm a different animal.
Yeah.
It's not me. It's a holiday persona me. It's all the hilarious bits of me amplified.
Yeah. So
it's I'm always fairly respectful. You know what I mean? If you are a bit of a little fuckbag that likes smashing shit up, when you get that,
i.e. the Shermanator.
There you go. When you get into that amplified holiday mode version of that, it's going to kick off a little bit. But once again, we're over there spending the money. I'm telling you now, Magaluf, like that article just said, Magaluf does not exist without rowdy English tourists.
Yeah, but like, playing devil's advocate here.
Again,
I love that term, don't I?
Yeah, you always
Is there any other term I can use other than devil's advocate? If the shoe's on the other foot?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't mind that one.
Yeah. But if you're playing devil's advocate.
If you're playing devil's
It's one
advocate
of my
again,
catchphrases I like to feel this.
when we get the stickers made, your one can say, not to play devil's advocate, and then play devil's advocate.
I'm trying to come at it from both angles.
Yeah.
So that we don't, I mean, yeah, we do get people on TikTok saying lots of horrible things about us. But listen, I'm trying to give it a bit of a balance. At the end of the day, we are archetypal English people, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to see it from the other's point of view as well.
From the Spanish.
From the Spanish,
Okay.
from the people that maybe don't go Magaluf and wreck the place, you know. But say you went into a restaurant, right, and you started acting inappropriately, you know, you're down in your drinks, you got your top off, you're singing England songs. Would you use that same argument of being like, well, listen, I'm paying for a meal here, I'm putting money in your pocket, I can act like this?
No. First things first. No one should be eating food in a restaurant with their shirt off. Big no-no.
True.
Like, people who do that just didn't get raised properly, if you ask me that. Like, if you're asking me. Second of all, no, it's not right. Like, there's a time and a place for that stuff. In a restaurant, especially during the day, act a little bit respectful. You might be having a laugh, but you're not like giving it, throwing stuff about. Nightlife, bar, that stuff sort of becomes a little bit more acceptable. Time and a place for all that stuff. Got to be respectful. I would say something if that was happening next to me in a restaurant. I'd be like, mate, calm yourself down. There's families here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But the locals have said that they were being priced out of their homes, so it's almost like it's getting gentrified.
Right.
But maybe what's the opposite of gentrification?
I don't know. Should we ask Google?
Go and ask Google.
Ghettoisation.
Ghettoisation. Well, there you go. So it's getting gentrified, but it's getting ghettoisationed.
Mate, it can't be.
Yeah.
Mate, the opposite of gentrification is a decline
So
in
what
prices.
they're saying is the Spanish saying they're being priced at their homes and they're being treated as second-class citizens in their own island.
Yeah. But are we specifically talking about Magaluf?
Well, I think in Mallorca, people are not acting like that in other parts.
Of course not. Go 2 bays down, you're in Port Patals.
Port Patals a bit
Millionaires
more classy.
Playground.
Yeah, but people still, I don't know about Millionaires Playground.
What?
Port Patals.
Port Patals is a beautiful, mate. It's where all the boats are.
Yeah, I don't think Millionaires Playground though, 'cause
Mate.
we've been there.
My dad's mate had a boat. Yeah.
Yeah, fucking Millionaires
How is it
Playground.
not Millionaires Playground?
Well, because we're going there, mate.
No. What I'm saying is, Port Patals, my dad's mate had a boat there. I spent 2 weeks in Port Patals. He had a house on the top of the hill, gaff, 60-foot boat in the marina. Trust me, mate, I felt like a baller.
Yeah,
and all
yeah,
his
yeah.
pals were fucking millionaires.
Right, okay.
It's beautiful.
What I'm saying is not.
Up Wellies for a bit of dinner. It's powerful, mate.
Wellies is decent.
That's what I'm saying.
That's nice, mate. Yeah.
2 bays down, Magaluf. It's like,
Yeah, 5 minutes down the road,
yeah.
someone in a toilet getting bent over.
Stand.
Fucking England.
Did you ever go to Benidorm?
Nah, mate. I'm too classy for that guy.
Mate, I went to Benidorm on my older brother's stag do.
Really?
Mate, it was so funny.
Yeah.
That's just literally like lawless out there, mate.
Well, this.
I reckon they welcome the fuckery.
Yeah, I would say Benidorm's maybe a bit more northern.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
You know?
Like, we stayed in some like family hotel. We showed up and all the parents was like, are you on a stag do? We was like, yeah, like, why are you in this hotel? It was like a water park. It was like a family hotel. And the geezer who fucking, shout out Zaf, who organised the stag do, booked us into the wrong gaff.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
I mean, it was great,
It's nice to be in a bit nicer, though.
but it was actually really nice. Just outside Benidorm, like 15 minutes in a cab.
I'll tell you should have your pants pulled down in Magaluf. Do you remember the shop girls?
Yeah, mate, we never went on a boys' holiday to Magaluf.
Did you not?
Nah, the only time I went there is when we popped in, like when I was at my
I've
dad's
been
mate's
there.
gaff.
I've been there about 3 times, I think.
We always went Greece. Did you do Malia?
I know I've done Zante,
Kavos?
Magaluf, and Malia. I have done Malia.
Yeah, Malia was the one.
Yeah, Malia was.
You don't beat Malia for a lad's holiday.
I was prolific in Malia.
Yeah, me too. Me too, mate.
I was
I've done
on top
huge
form.
bits in Malia, yeah.
Mate, I was I was probably about 20 at the time. I was probably slimmest I've ever been. I just got back from 10 days in Dominican Republic, so I had really dark tan.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, it's like fishing with dynamite.
Yeah. It's just too easy.
I was, oh, mate. And when you go there, you realise that girls from other part of the country, they do, I mean, not all of them, it's a big generalisation, but the sort of Essex boy thing can help you a bit.
Of course it can.
Because they're like, oh, you know, Essex boy, a bit cheeky.
Yeah, 100%.
You know,
helps.
and then you turn it up a bit, didn't you? Turn it up a few
Of course
notches.
you do.
You know, you're a bit like...
You lean into it,
You're like,
mate.
all right, babe, what's happening? Yeah, and then you wake up next morning, you're like, fucking, what was I last night?
Yeah, different person.
Yeah.
Mate,
saying words that you never usually use.
I
Like, yeah,
stood
come,
on a piece of glass.
let's go in this gaff.
You say gaff a lot, though.
Babe, do I say gaff a lot?
Couple of tequilas.
Yeah. Babe, would you want a couple scalers?
Couple
babe.
cheeky tequilas.
Okay, then, oh, cool. Oh, cool, he's so cheeky. You know what I mean? You're real playing up to
Mate,
it.
it actually sounded like Ryland then.
Yeah,
Mate,
yeah.
I stood
that's it. I thought I
on
was
a piece of glass, right, in a swimming pool at a pool party, and I was like, my foot was hurting. I was limping for like 2 days in Maliorat, and I'm like, mate, something's going on my foot. I went down to see like the geezer at the hotel. I was like, mate, can you have a look at the bottom of my foot? He pulled a piece of glass out the bottom of my foot. It was that fucking long. I've been partying on it for 2 days. That I was so drunk.
Yeah.
There's no drug. I wasn't doing any drug. I was just so drunk for like 8 days.
So I went Mally with the criminal, yeah?
Did you?
The
Fucking
criminal and his brother.
Yeah.
And mate, you know what they're like. They always befriend people that you just think, oh man, this geezer's bad news, whatever. Anyway.
Yeah, they
so
do.
the criminal's brother, the big fat rich one who lives in Dubai,
Yeah.
he befriends this geezer who's from like South London or Kent
Standard.
or whatever, who'd gone out to Mali on his own. He was like late 20s.
Why?
Anyway, he ended up coming out of us and he was like, oh, he goes, yeah. I always remember it because I still say it today. He was like, oh, yeah, you Essex lads. He goes, you boys, you're just right smart. You're just right smart. And then I remember mate, obviously I was just battered, right? I've been on it all day. And he got to right up with me. And I was like, what's the matter, mate? He goes, nah, Josh, like, I bought you a drink and you didn't say thank you. Nah, I think that's a liberty. And I was like, oh, I was really sorry, mate. Like, I just like...
I'm drunk,
to
mate.
be honest, mate, I can hardly talk. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, I'm really sorry. I buy you what, you know, I've been buying you ones all night, whatever. But yeah, went out there with a criminal. I can remember coming out of his club at like 7 a.m. We're like, oh, where's the criminal at? Where's the criminal? And I just looked off in the distance and he was like, he was probably about 16 at the
Yeah,
time.
no, he was young when he started coming out of us.
Young, but he was just...
Yeah, he's on job
he
from
was
day one.
wild from day one.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing him because obviously his brother's a bit worried about him. He's like, he's only 16, you know what I mean? And I'm looking around, I'm like, yeah, where is he? Where is he? And I see through the gap, he comes out. You know how he walks? Bare shifty. He walks, you know, just when he walks.
He walks like he's up to no good.
He walks like someone and looks about like someone you think, oh, he just looks like trouble. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I see him walking out his club. He's looking around. He obviously is thinking, I want to give the swerve to my brother because I want to go back with this girl. And this girl, there's jumps on this moped and I just see she goes like that. And I don't know why I looked on her.
Yeah.
And then I see him come out, the criminal. Comes walking out, jumps on the back of the ped, and I'm like, oh no, I don't know where he's gone, mate.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah,
like,
my
I'll just
guy.
let him crack on. Do you know what I mean?
Stand-
Just let him crack on.
Mate, first time I met him, it was like a New Year's Eve party. Do you remember they used to do them like posh funk events for New Year's Eve where you buy the ticket and it's like all free booze included and they'd always just kick you out at like 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
I was obviously mates with the fat rich one that lives in Dubai. And he's like, this is my little brother. But mate, he was like, he looked so young. I think he was 16. And he's like, all right, mate. I was like, mate, this kid's a legend.
But
Big smile on his face. It's
Isn't
like,
it funny? He's so like streetwise that like
Yeah.
he would teach you things.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean? You think, well, you're like 3 years younger than me.
yeah, definitely.
Right.
Mate, I come round to when their mum and dad were still together, when they was in that house.
Yeah.
And I come round to see like the older brother. We was going somewhere. I remember he was like, he had the kettle out and he was like steaming his suede shoes and like rubbing them with a toothbrush. And I was like, oh, nice technique. Like I still use it today on suede. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? He was like, I was like, where's your brother? He's like, oh, he's upstairs. Let's go and see him. Open the door. He's in bed with a bird. He's like 16 years old. Do you know what I mean? His mum and dad are downstairs. He's just like, oh, what's happening, mate? Just like, got a bird round.
Yeah.
Loves it.
Wild family, mate.
Yeah.
Lawless family.
Yeah. They play by a different set of rules.
They're from around, well, the mum and dad from around here, aren't they?
Yeah, that's it.
Peckham, yeah.
That's
But
some
one
good
thing
times
I was
on
going to
holiday.
say about the shot girls is they used to have your pants pulled down. Be a pretty girl that comes up to you and they'd be like, they show you a bit of attention. And obviously you just,
Oh, this bird's on it.
you think, yeah, of course she's on me. Obviously, yeah, she wants you to buy drinks off her, but
Her job is to make you think.
you get caught hook, line and sinker. Before you know it, you're like £50 down, €50 down.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, actually, I need to go get some more money out. And as soon as you say that, you look around and she's gone. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you remember they used to do the cigarettes on the beach?
Cigarettes.
It was like, I remember Malia 08 was sponsored by Lambert and Butler, right?
Was they really?
So if you had a pack of cigarettes with one left in it, you give it to them and they give you a fresh pack of 20.
Really?
Mate, it was the best rule. So I was like, opening, like taking them all out, leaving one here, going, do me another one. Like switch. I just had like loads of like loose cigarettes in a drawer.
See, what are they getting out of that? What money are they make?
Honestly, mate, I don't know. It was a great rule.
Those are the good old days, wasn't it?
Yeah.
When, like, you know, underage drinking is sponsored by cigarette companies. You know, you wouldn't get that nowadays.
Mate, it's
rubbish, really.
it was a simpler time.
It
a
was
better
a simpler time. It was a better time. I'll tell you what, nothing ever beats them holidays.
No.
But what's your maddest story from time in one of them holidays?
So we was obviously going on them holidays, like Greek islands. You take 500 quid with you. You'll have a good time. You know what I mean? You don't need like thousands. Then we're like, the following year, they're like, right, we're going Marbella. And I'm like, brilliant. So I've taken like maybe a little bit more. We was not prepared
Nah, of course.
for Marbella.
I remember the first time I went Marbella, I was like, I'm not enjoying this because I ain't got the money to be here.
We didn't understand what you needed, right? Next time we went, we were prepared. So anyway, we've gone Ocean Beach on the Sunday, champagne spray party. My mate Rory's going, another case, like ordering
Oh, you told
cases of
this story before.
on the pod
Yeah.
when we done a runner.
Yeah, when you done a runner and he was left
And they
there.
kidnapped my mate.
Yeah.
Have I really?
You probably said it about 3 times.
On here? Oh, fuck. I don't even drink anymore. Right,
No,
cut
it's not,
that.
but listen,
Cut that.
no, we keep it, but just, you know, be a
No,
bit,
definitely don't keep
be a
it.
bit more cleverer, is what I'd probably say. Mate, how about this one, yeah? So I went to, like, I think it might be Magaluf when I was like 17 or whatever.
Yeah.
And listen, at that age, it's all bravado, innit? You're like, you're with the boys and you want to be your lad. And someone give the shout, they was like, why don't we go to a strip club? Like 17 years old and don't really know what a strip club is. And you're like, yeah, come on then. And you're all thinking, really?
Your first strip club.
Yeah. And you think, yeah. You get in there and you're like, oh, like, we're kids and this lot are women.
Yeah.
But no one wants to bottle it. No one wants to be the first to say, actually, lads, this is a bit weird, isn't it? Like, we've just graduated from childhood.
Yeah.
And you got like
These are all
30-year-old
women.
These are all women with tattoos.
Yeah,
you know
it's
what
like
I mean?
selling their body for money. Yeah.
But we're like, yeah, no. It was like, yeah, we're going to get dancing. And you can tell none of us actually are up for it. We're like, yeah, I'll get a dance. So like €20 or whatever. And I'm like, I just want this to be over. I'm not enjoying this whole experience. You know what I mean? Anyways, she's doing her thing. And I'm like, yeah, I don't really know what to do. I'm just sitting there. I'm like, you all right? Yeah. What's your name? You know, it's just like nothing back.
Do you reckon she told you her real name?
No. She didn't speak English.
Crystal
mate.
or something?
No, it's just like, but I'm there and I'm just like, oh, this ain't doing it for me. Then, you know what I mean? Starts taking the bikini off or whatever. And you're like, oh, like, yeah, God, blimey, pair of tits, you know. Oh, bloody hell, was growler there in front of me. And then she's in front of my face, right? I'm still a virgin at this point, right? So I'm not.
You don't know what you're doing. You're in the wrong place, mate.
I'm totally in the wrong. I'm out my depth.
Yeah.
Right. I'm out my depth. It's like, you know, I'm like I'm in a swimming pool and I can't really
treading
swim,
water.
but I'm trying and I'm right on my tiptoes and you know what I mean? I'm getting into deep water here.
Yeah.
I'm in a situation that I've never really experienced before. I don't know what to do. She takes her knickers off. She reveals the growler. The growler's now gyrating in front of me, right? I'm just looking at it like in a bit of a trance, like, oh my God, like what do I do? Do I say hello to it? Do you know what I mean?
Just sit back and
shake
relax.
his hand. Yeah, all right, Growler, what's going on?
Nice to meet you, Growler.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Safe.
Yeah, safe. What's going on? You all right? Yeah, how's work? You good?
Been busy.
Yeah, been busy. Yeah, you look tired. You've been working too hard. So anyway, the Growler's there, right? It's right in front of my face. She's getting closer, and I'm like, whoa, God, what happens here? She grinds like that. Goes in my nose, goes in the Growler. And I'm like, no, get me out of here. I sprint out of that place. I'm like, no, my mate calls me, where you gone? I was like, I had to get out of there, man. I didn't know what to do. It was like that. And I just went, see you later.
You didn't?
I done a runner, mate. I didn't know what else to do.
Really?
Yeah.
Jamesy, that disappoints me.
It was about 2 a.m. as well. She'd probably been working to about 6. Like,
Yeah.
The Growler had put a shift in. You know
How
what
many
I mean?
noses do you think had been in there up to that point? Multiple
noses.
Yeah.
I didn't even have protection on. Do you know what I mean? It was like, and I was going in there dry. You know, I was going to dry nose. I just remember it clear as day. Whoop. See you later. Not sticking around for this one. No, it was not. I remember after, like, I couldn't accept that, like, boys come out, like, none of us enjoyed it. We're all like, yeah, that was quality. Yeah, we'll go back same time tomorrow.
Did everyone else get nosed?
I don't know.
Do you think that was just her trademark?
It was a bit like, I'd imagine, you know, veterans from Vietnam. You know what I mean? We all know we done it, but we don't talk about it.
No, you don't talk about it.
You don't talk about it. You weren't there, man.
Repress
you don't
it.
know.
Just repress that, bury it.
Yeah, but that was a mad experience.
Bury it until you've got a podcast and you're like mid-30s and then bring it up.
Then bring it up.
Yeah.
But I hope that Growler's doing well now. You know,
Yeah.
I imagine it was weird. I was 17. This lady must have been in her 30s. It's a bit weird.
Hopefully she's still not on the
I
pod.
looked young as well. But there you go. You live and you learn. And
You do, mate.
It just could taught me one lesson, you know, just to keep my nose out of it. You know? So
Keep your nose out of other people's growlers.
keep your nose out of other people's Growlers and
Yeah.
their business.
Yeah. Life lessons.
Life lessons, there you go. But another absolute corker of a story
Go on,
from
what you got for me?
Daily Mail. Catfish victim finally gets to meet the real Gary Barlow. Woman 62 conned by Nigerian scammer.
It was a Nigerian scammer.
Pretending to be Take That singer is invited backstage to see the star. So this is a blinder.
I saw this. I didn't realise it was a Nigerian scammer.
A woman who was catfished by a scammer pretending to be Gary Barlow has now met the real singer after he saw her story and reached out to help. Janet, 62, from Colchester in Essex.
But there you go. Says it all.
Genuinely believed she was talking to the Take That singer for about a week after she added him as a friend on Facebook. The fake Barlow bombarded the pizza restaurant worker with compliments and messages and said he had split up with Janet, to mean from his wife.
That's Gary Barlow's wife.
Yeah. The cheat was unmasked as a 24-year-old man from Nigeria. He told Janet he was sorry for lying to her, but said he really did love her and praised her dancing in videos. After hearing about what had happened, the real Gary Barlow invited Janet to Take That's Carrow Road gig in Norwich on May 28th. Photographs taken before the gig showed a pair sharing a cuddle as Janet gifted him a box of milk tray for the boys. So a nice happy ending.
She brought a milk tray for the Take That boys.
Yeah. So a nice, I mean, Janet, bless her, she's got...
Mate, I'm sorry. That is the best bit about that whole thing.
Yeah, bought a milk tray.
A milk tray.
Yeah.
That's just... I remember the first ever Valentine's present I ever bought for a girl was a milk tray when I was at 7.
Yeah.
She's coming with a milk tray.
Yeah, she still wants to shoot her shot, doesn't she? She's doing that through, you know what I mean? She's still trying to get in there. But listen, that's a nice happy ending. Probably not the happy ending that Janet wanted.
No.
You know.
She wanted a bit of Gary Barlow.
She wanted a bit of, you know.
Do you think she
wanted a bit of
actually
Gary
believed
Barlow.
it was Gary Barlow?
Yeah, of course she did. I mean, if you have a look at a picture of her, God bless her, she's got about 2 teeth in her head. It's a bit of a giveaway.
Mate, I actually wrote down in my notes, have you seen her? She's got about 1 tooth in her head.
Yeah.
We're on the same page with me and this guy.
Yeah. So, bless her.
Yeah, bless her, but nah, it's too, like, surely not.
Bless her. I mean, but do you deserve it for being...
Of course she does, mate. She's unhinged if she thinks that Gary Barlow is
But
sticking it
one
on
thing
her.
I'd say, if you ever go on Facebook now, it's just full of like your mum and dads, and they not got the sort of savvy when it comes to the social media like what we've got, you know?
Yeah, I mean, what world is she living in where she thinks that Gary Barlow's putting it on her?
I mean, there's some great comments.
What you got?
Someone wrote, I feel bad for lots of vulnerable people out there. Someone wrote, I agree. It's so sad to do this. I've seen so many fake celebrities on Facebook, even King Charles. And I know that King Charles would never use Facebook. Do you reckon? Do you reckon Critty from London? But bless her, man. Can you imagine getting catfished?
I don't think bless her.
See, part
I
of me...
think she needs to grow up.
I think she needs to be a bit cleverer.
She definitely needs to be cleverer.
Yeah, cleverer. She definitely needs to be a bit cleverer,
Yeah, she ain't clever.
She ain't clever.
She needs to get more
she needs
cleverer.
she needs to get more cleverer.
Yeah. No, she needs to fucking grow up. Like, come on. It's there's levels.
Isn't it mad how people, like, she's got 2 teeth in her head, yeah?
Yeah.
She wakes up in the morning and she thinks, yeah, Gary Barlow wants a bit of this, you know?
Yeah. Lucky Gary.
Lucky Gary.
That can't be going through her head. It just can't be, mate. It's either a big front or she's not very well.
You got to shout out to the Nigerians, though. I mean, they are world-class scammers, aren't
Yeah,
they?
no, they're very good at it.
They're really, really good at it.
Very, very good at it.
I mean, that is bullish as well, going... I mean, I get, like, starting a catfish, but, like, starting one of Gary Barlow.
But did this scammer not say that he just genuinely loved her? He wasn't actually trying to get anything out of her, or did he start asking for bank account
He's
details?
gone for plan B, isn't he?
Okay.
But that's quite a big... I mean, listen, I'm making assumptions now about Janet, 26 from Colchester, Essex, but that's a big jump for her to go from Gary Barlow to a Nigerian man.
Yeah. But
She might not be into that.
no, she's probably not. She's probably not. I wonder what the pizza restaurant is. She's going to get bombarded.
She's going to get bombarded, yeah.
Yeah, I've got no
With
sympathy.
Nigerians, probably.
I've got no sympathy for her, mate.
No.
No sympathy
Oh, bless her.
in the slightest. I said to my missus, like, do you know anyone who's been catfished? And she was like, yeah, me. And I was like, by
No.
who? She was like, by you. I was like, what? She was like, yeah, you catfished me in person.
That's
Like,
great.
You presented a completely different person to who you really fucking were.
So how did you present yourself to her?
Mate, it's not even that. She just got the wrong idea. Like, she saw me. I was like 27, 28 when I met my missus, but she thought I was like 35. Yeah.
And she was into that.
She loves the older geezers.
Oh,
Mate.
does she?
Like, we're watching the Champions League final the other day. She's like, oh, who's that Dortmund manager? Like, she loves the older geezers. Daddy issues, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Nice. Yeah, she wants...
So she's like, thought I was 35, right, had my shit together. I weren't. I was 28, raving gearhead, and didn't have anything fucking together in the slightest. Yeah. So she's like, basically, you catfish me, but not through the internet.
Yeah, I catfish my bird a bit, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, you gotta put your best foot forward.
Yeah.
Talk a bit of shit. I remember I borrowed my dad's car, his watch, and like, I mean, I had my own clothes on, and I probably got a loan off him as well, like to go to Manchester to secure the relationship.
Oh, did you? To get it signed?
Yeah.
To get it signed over the
Yeah, I
dotted
drove
line?
up there like big kettle, 6 Series. She's like, oh yeah, this geezer's is fucking bowling.
Yeah.
I was living at my mum
I mean,
and
that
dad's.
said, I think I did catfish my bird, to be fair, but I think she's also playing the long game.
Yeah.
Because she could be quids, you know what I mean, if this all kicks off.
This is exactly
She
what my
could
missus
be-
said. She
she could be-
saw the potential.
Yeah. She could be quids in.
Yeah.
But she's had to put up with a lot of
Yeah. Years.
years of nonsense.
Yeah.
Years of just me being an absolute div,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Same my end, mate.
Yeah.
Exactly the same. It's starting to come into fruition now.
Yeah.
Just.
Yeah, she always goes when I leave for the podcast. She goes, goes off for your podcast now, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. She goes, yeah, you're going to switch your personality on for all the people back home, are you? I'm like, I am actually.
I am, yeah.
I am, yeah.
No, mate. What you see on this podcast to the listeners, that's what I always see.
What for
You
me?
might be different at home. Maybe you're putting the front on for me, but when we're in the car, like, it's always jokes.
Mate, the thing is, I'm with her 24/7. Like, I'm not always on, like, people see me as, you know what I mean, jovial, having a laugh.
Mm.
I'm not always like that first thing in the morning.
Nah.
Do you see what I mean?
I'd like to think that I'm pretty much the same all the time. The only time I've ever, like, my mood is directly correlated to my bird's mood. If she's giving it, I'm like, fuck, and then I have to give it back. You know what I mean? If she's happy and nice, I'm just a pleasure to be
If
around.
she got a cheek, I do think girls do have a bit of a cheek in terms of they'll call you out for that, but it's one rule for you,
100%.
one rule
It's
for
two
them.
sets of rules.
Yeah.
100%. Like,
Yeah, definitely.
mate, I'm just the same all the time. Like, nothing. And she just goes up, down, up, down, up, down all the time. But she is so fit. Like, I just have to put up with it.
There we go. I think that's us done, mate. What they got to do on the YouTube, bruv?
Go to We Are L17's YouTube channel. That's where you find this podcast. If you like the video, leave us a like. Please subscribe to the channel. Leave us a comment if you want to get involved. And hit the bell icon if you never want to miss an episode.
And rate us 5 stars on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. If you're going away on holiday, take care of yourself. Try not to trash Spain too much.
Yeah, don't f*** it up for the rest of us.
Don't f*** it up for the rest of us. I love it there. Arrivederci.